Hi everybody, chapter 33. So, we're getting close to the end and it's very exciting. Lily starts to shiver in the car. The adrenaline of her river display starting to wear off. Manon, her voice high with trauma, starts explaining what happened and why. She talks fast, missing words, skipping tenses. Who did they send? Aaron interjects. What did they look like? A big guy, I say. Give me your coat. Aaron throws his coat over the seat, and I wrap it around Lily's shoulders, rubbing at her arms through the material, willing the warmth back into her. What did he sound like? Look like? I don't know. Lily is sitting on my lap now, Manon in the middle, Fiona at the window. The river water is soaking onto my clothes. I wonder if Lily is up to date on her tetanus shots. He sounded a bit rural, but he was big and scary. I stunned him with the electric shovel. Pardon, Nuella? The electrical what? Manon. Fiona's voice is frightened. There's something on you. What? Manon says, still full of panic. What is it? On your neck. Manon starts to claw at her throat. No, Fiona says. Hold on, hold still. She peers at the back of Manon's neck. Just below her left ear, she moves in with her thumb and forefinger and removes something round and silver, like a strange coin. She plops it in Manon's open hand. Lily also stares at Manon's neck. There's one on this side too, she says, peeling it off. What is it? Manon opens her hand again and Lily gives her the coin. She stares at her new collection, horrified, confused. Give them to me, Aaron says, holding his palm out. Manon fixes her gaze on him, as if she were considering giving him her life savings. Please, he says. She nods slowly. The jury that lives in her brain has just decided that he's not guilty and gives him the coins. He examines them, turning them over under the roof light while Nuella drives. I think he scrutinizes them once more and then holds one under the light again. He puts the coin right to the bulb and it sticks fast like a magnet. The light goes out instantly and the whole car briefly stalls. We all let out a yelp. He yanks the coin off the light and it flashes back on. These were meant for Lily, he says. To contain her. I came back to my own form once they were on me, Manon says worriedly. Wow, I say, thinking of the rubber belt straitjacket they brought with them. They are inventing things for us now. Lily manages a weak smile. Should we take it as a compliment? The enormity of this operation, this concentrated attack on Lily makes me reach out and hold her close, desperate to protect her. We need to corner Miss Banbury at school, Lily says decisively. When there is no one else around, will she still even be there? Fiona asks. After the run-in with Maeve. She will stay until she is sure she has everything. Manon says decisively. You can count on this. At detention, it was always just me and her left in the building. I offer, and sometimes Sister Assumptia. We all look at Manon, desperate for her approval. Yes, perhaps. She roots in her pocket and takes out the strips of material from the sun loungers. You are on holiday now, right? Yup, it's half term. Good. I can try to make a bind from this. It's a stronger bind, so will take some time. But by Friday after next, we will have to confront her, send her the channel of magic back, and seal the well on the site. Friday after next, Fiona squeals. We could be dead by then. Why? The bind needs to mature, and that day is a new moon. Our power will be the ripest. So, that's it, Fiona says. 2 weeks from today, the well will be sealed and everything will go back to normal. It's incredible to me that we can do this in the time it takes Rue to do a tour. He is technically supposed to be back on my birthday, the 23rd. For the love of God, keep a low profile over the next week, Nuella warns. Don't leave the house unless absolutely necessary. We won't be hard. That won't be hard, Fiona replies. We've got our mocks. The week after half term, we are supposed to be studying all week. Aaron, that's the mock exams. The light bulb didn't go on. Aaron, through all of this, says very little. I think he's wondering what he's supposed to do in the long week he attempts not to get killed. You won't go idle either, Nuella says firmly. You are telling us everything you know. We are filling out the archives this week. You will sleep on the floor, Manon says sternly. In the living room. Yes, Nuella agrees. Manon's room is her own. It strikes me that a witch, a minor god, and a former sea lot all living together for 2 weeks is a reality show I would pay to watch. Nuella drops us off outside my house. Lily wriggles her legs into her jeans as she hops out, slipping her bare feet into her trainers. The ground is littered with broken eggshells and smashed yellow yolks. We each peer at them, wondering if this is some kind of spell or sign that things in Kilbeg have gone further awry. Oh, Fiona says, after a minute of puzzling. It's Halloween, people are egging. Oh, Lily and I exclaim together, as if we are trying to remember a time before magic, when Halloween meant something egging. Excuse me. I'm so tired from the day, but I can't bear a night of sitting on my bed looking at videos of Rue. Hey, I say, oddly sheepish. Do you guys want to stay over? It's the first night of the holidays. I'm sure no one will mind. They are instantly on board. They text their parents and we go inside and start melting cheese on toast under the grill. Mum comes downstairs in her dressing gown for a bit and seems relieved that we are acting how a bunch of teenagers are supposed to act. I think we are relieved too. For a few hours it's like we are co-playing at being regular. We laugh at stupid things. We feed the dog bits of cheese. And at around 2 we all go into Joe's room because it's the biggest and the warmest. Fiona and I shared the bed and Lily opts for an air mattress on the ground. We prop my laptop on some pillows and watch Friends until we start to doze off. By 4 it's just me and Fiona hardly awake and watching Chandler tell Janice that he's moving to Yemen. Do you think he's serious? Chandler, she responds, sleepy but surprised. No, Aaron. Oh, she says, then a pause. I don't know. I was kind of hoping you were sure. But am I sure? The following Sunday night we meet at Nuella's to go over the plan. Nuella is so careful that she insists on paying one of her neighbours, a retired taxi driver, to pick us up and drop us off until the well is sealed. She says we have to behave like we are members of the royal family. No travelling together, not getting into a car with a stranger, no public transport, no enclosed spaces, no talking to people on the street. I walk in the kitchen door and I'm hit with an almost overwhelming stench of grease. It smells frankly like KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, I think that means. What the hell is that? I announced to the room. Fiona's is at the table stirring something and looking green. It's the sealing spell. Our sealing spell is chicken. Nuella swoops in with a boiling vat and tells me that for the sealing spell we need candles and candle wax. Of course, I say. Wicca, why you gotta be so literal? So these are made from chicken fat. My chickens, all of them. I'm shocked by this. Fiona looks nauseous again. Most of them, she sighs. They've lived on my herbs, on my grass, and on my small bit of magic. That, what else was there to do? I shudder, and the 6 of us spent the rest of the evening pouring fats of boiling chicken fat into mason jars, gem jars, with cut herbs, murmuring spells, laying out grease-spattered tarot cards as we go. Cards for power and victory, aces and queens, and fiery wands. The room feels powerful and rancid. That's awful. Rancid, dirty. Of all the witchcraft I've done, this feels the most pagan, the most medieval, the most that could be associated with the down-home dirty Satanism that the Arons of the world are so afraid of. I mean, it's not Satanism, but if I were a stranger looking through the window, I would think that it is. I watch him as we chant and pour and stir, and he doesn't look up or bother by any of it. He looks not happy, but centered, like this is natural for him. The plan is this. I need to get detention. That's the only time Heather Banbury and I are ever alone in the school. If she hasn't fled, that is, there's nothing to say she hasn't. She'll know something is up and she'll come with her own firepower. But we have firepower too. We have Lily and her electricity, Manon, her clever tricks, Aaron's emotional manipulation, my telepathy. Nuella doesn't have any outright gifts, and Fiona's power is still drained, but their job is more important than anyone's. As soon as the darkness falls, which is early enough, now that it is November, they are to slip through to the tennis courts and set up a complicated process of the sealing spell. Aaron pushes the tennis courts as the spells alter. He opens his wallet, takes out the little yellow flower he picked there all those months ago. It's still gleaming with life. I think it's the deepest part of the well, he says. Why else would they go out there, way to buy that island behind the school? Fiona nods, and build something big and flat and easy to access over it. Exactly, Aaron agrees. They do that. If you ever see a cricket pitch or a tennis court in a weird place, that's someone trying to get at the well. at the corner of my eye, Manon starts writing this down. It says we are to slash the ground open. Nuala says, reading from the spell in her archives. I don't know how or where we are going to do that. The court is rubber, Fiona says. It shouldn't be too hard. Just bring a knife or something. The way her voice curdles on the word knife, shaking slightly, makes me raise my eyes to her. Fiona, no, it's okay, she says, cutting me off. It won't be like last time. I'll be in the chuki distracting Miss Banbury and Manon. We'll drink the hard bind, spiritually strapping Heather to her like a grenade. Depending on the success of the bind, we'll either frog march her out or drag her, kicking and screaming. If the sealing goes to plan, then the magic will flow out of Miss Banbury through me and back into the well. Then it will be sealed like a letter with the combined power of each of us. Except Rue, I said sadly, and no one says anything to contradict me. And that was chapter 33. I hope you liked this. I hope you're staying with me, because there's also another book coming after this. So I wonder what that is going to be. That is Every Gift is a Curse. That's quite true. I know, I can speak of that. Take care. I'll see you in the next chapter. Bye-bye.